Okay, so now it's time for me to make sure that I'm getting in the proper water intake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up my 40-ounce container here, and my goal is to drink 2 of these per day, and I do pretty good. I do pretty good on this, and I like the fact that I know exactly how much water I'm drinking. So do that. I know for some people it's difficult to drink water. My mom is not a fan of just regular water. I love plain water, well, spring water. So she buys those flavored packets. And I don't know if they're sugar-free or not, but I have to be careful with the sugar-free stuff because it can trigger a migraine headache for me, especially if it has aspartame or Splenda in it. But I'd rather drink my water plain. So I have my water, and then I have my pumpkin seed oil, 2 capsules. And so I've been taking 2 a day, but my goal is to get up to 4 a day because I think the serving size or the dosage, you're supposed to take 1 to 2 per day. So here we go, down the hatch. All right, so I wanted to mention something real quick because all last week was self-care, and I talked about different things you could do like journaling, writing, taking bubble baths, you know, just things for yourself. But what I'll say too is that coming up with a fitness and nutrition regimen that works for you is another form of self-care. It's a really great way to make sure that you're staying on top of your health. And I know for some people, especially if you have kids, it's hard to steal away time. But even if all you can do is some push-ups, some sit-ups, and like I said, move your body, turn on some music and dance, you can get your kids to dance with you, right? But especially when it comes to your nutrition, that's a personal thing. And so I would say if I had to choose an area for self-care that I would really try and hone in on or focus on, it would probably be to come up with a healthy meal plan. And I will come out with a video talking about how I come up with my healthy meal plan, how I structure it, some of the pitfalls that I ran into in the past and how I overcame those, because I think it's really important. It's one thing to say, come up with a healthy meal plan, but then it's kind of like, well, how do you do that? Especially if you're a person who hasn't really been eating mindfully up until your middle age, you know what I mean? It's just kind of hard. For me, I've always tried to stay on top of my diet and nutrition. I did not, obviously, stay on it, but I had in my mind that I wanted to start eating healthier whole foods. And so, yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say for now. I actually do have a sit down for y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and film that. That'll be independent of this weekly vlog video. So anyway, yeah, and then getting enough water. Try to shoot for at least half your body weight in ounces of water. And it's not easy to do, but it's kind of one of those things that's kind of like, okay, if you want to start somewhere with nutrition, just drinking enough water will make all the difference in the world. Give me a second here. I want to show you a book that I bought several years ago. I want to say I probably picked it up back in 2000. I think I bought that book in 2008, and I held on to it because I was just amazed at some of the things that the doctor who wrote it shared. Hold on. All right, y'all, the book wasn't readily available, but I want to say the name of it, or the title of the book, is Your Body's Many Cries for Water. And so a lot of ailments, illnesses are associated with dehydration. So I'll see if I can find the book on Amazon, and I'll put a link down to it I'll put a link to it down in the description box if you're interested in reading it. I didn't want to have a whole bunch of books. I didn't want to dig through it. I thought it was kind of like at the top of the pile, but it's not. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, film the sit down video, and then I will check in with you all probably right before I get ready to start my work day. All right. Okay, y'all, I'm trying these Quest tortilla protein chips, nacho cheese flavor, and I'm not a fan. Let me show you how they look. So they look like tortilla chips, but when you, almost as soon as you put them in your mouth, it's like they get powdery. Oh my gosh, no. I think I'm gonna throw these away. I have to be really hungry to eat that. Hey y'all, I am smiling. Oh my gosh. So I was supposed to be in a meeting with the boss, but it turns out that the meeting had to be rescheduled because my boss didn't include him, the big boss, on the meeting invite. So I'm just like, listen, this is great because I have a ton of things that I want to do from a management standpoint. And it's been really hard for me to sit down and roadmap what I want us to focus on for the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of that. I'm probably gonna grab some lunch. I'll just have some chicken and salad and call it good. And then later I will have a protein shake. All right, so that's what we're doing. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little something to eat, and I may or may not check back in. I'll probably check back in when I'm over at my desk. All right, y'all, so here's a look at my hand. I decided to remove the Band-Aid. It's Tuesday. I had the incident happen on Saturday. So it's healing up pretty well. Looks like it's not bleeding anymore. I bumped it pretty good yesterday, so it started bleeding again, but I'm glad that it's starting to close up. So I'm gonna put some peroxide on it and then cover it with the Band-Aids. Hey friends, we're back in the kitchen. Good morning. It is Tuesday. I'm about to make my omelet. I have to tell you, once upon a time, hold on, let me make sure this. All right, yeah, so once upon a time, I remember I would skip breakfast altogether. And I said I would skip breakfast because number one, I wasn't hungry. But number two, I said that it made me want to eat more throughout the day if I had breakfast. But now, it's like, since I've trained my body into having breakfast every morning, at first it was the same. I wasn't hungry, and then I noticed that my appetite was increased. But over the months, I would say, because I've gotten really good about it since I've moved here, I actually look forward to breakfast in the morning. And plus I find that my body, I do wake up hungry. I'm not starving or famished, but I am ready to eat something like a whole food. And especially if I work out. I'm kind of debating if I want to start having a pre-workout meal or not. I get up pretty early and I don't know if I want to eat that early. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm about to make my omelet as per usual, same as we had yesterday. And then we'll be having cottage cheese and pineapple. So I really love that. I don't have to, like yesterday, I put in some protein powder into the unflavored yogurt just to give it a little flavor. I don't add anything to my cottage cheese because I find that the fruit is sweet enough. So, all right, I'm gonna go in here, make my breakfast, and then I think I have a chit chat for y'all. All right, friends, so I'm about to get into this omelet, but before I do, I want to give a few subscriber shout outs. So I want to give a shout out to D-Truth. D-Truth has been a long time subscriber. Chipotle77. Hey girl, hey, wanted to give you a shout out. And then also Sam Cooks. Now Sam Cooks said he is my biggest, ooh, I gotta remember I have this, I talk with my hands, y'all. Sam Cooks said he is my biggest fan. And so, you know, hey, I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying that's what he said. And the thing that I love about the subscriber community that I have is that you all are so encouraging. You're encouraging, you offer suggestions, and I really do appreciate that. And just about any type of video that I put out, you all tune in. I do understand that there's an issue sometimes with the notifications not going out from YouTube. All I can say is check your YouTube settings, that little bell thingy. And what I would do is select all notifications, because you can, I think you can set like preferences or something like that. But yeah, so D-Truth, Chipotle77, and Sam Cooks, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I appreciate you. And let's get on with the rest of this video. All right, y'all, coming to you with a real quick check-in. So I wanted to show you something that I've been doing lately, and that is around meal prepping, but I haven't been prepping my entire meals. Basically, what I've been doing is prepping the meat that I'm going to be eating. And then also, like if I have something like spaghetti squash, because it takes a while for it to bake in the oven, what I'll do is I'll throw that in the Instapot. And I know that from just half of a spaghetti squash, I'll probably end up getting about 3 or 4 cups of spaghetti squash. And usually with my meals, I eat 1 cup of spaghetti squash, and then with whatever kind of meat I'm having. Usually if I'm having steamed vegetables, I don't cook that in advance, because to me, all I have to do is take whatever vegetable it is that I'm steaming, and while I'm warming up my meat, or warming up the other things that I've already prepared, by the time I'm done with that and getting my plate ready and all that stuff, my steamed vegetables are ready for me to pull out of the pot. So this has been working really well for me. What I've done recently is gone to Walmart, and they sell that 12-pack of ground beef patties. And what I'll do is I will stick them in the oven. Now, this is my first time, well, not this time, this is my second time cooking burgers in the oven. And so basically what I do is I cook it on 400, and then I leave it in there for 15 minutes, unfrozen of course. Leave it in there for 15 minutes, and it comes out looking like this. And then I cover it with aluminum foil, because it's kind of medium rare, I think I would say. So I cover it with aluminum foil, let it cool down, and then what I do is I put it in a container, one of my larger containers, and stick it in the fridge. But that has been working out really well for me. I usually, if I have beef, I'm going to be having around 8 ounces. And each of these patties, because just about every single time when I measure them out, they're 3.9 ounces. So I'll have 2 of these patties, and I know that I'm getting pretty close to 8 ounces of ground beef. So that's been working out really well for me. Another thing that I've been doing, and I'll actually do that today as well, is I have chicken breasts, boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I'll take those out of the freezer. It usually takes maybe about an hour or 2 for those to defrost. Stick it in the Instapot for about, I'll say 15 to 20 minutes, and the Instapot will let you know when you should flip your food. So I'll flip it, and it'll finish cooking, and after that 15-20 minutes, it's done. It's juicy. Another thing is I drizzle a little bit of olive oil over the chicken breast, so I think that maybe helps with making sure that it doesn't get dried out. But it's been trial and error, y'all, with the Instapot, because I was cooking my chicken breast to death, and part of it was I was sticking them in there while they were still frozen, which I'm sure it works, but I just was never able to figure out the sweet spot. My neck is hurting. I wasn't able to figure out the sweet spot for that. So I just find that it works best for me if I let the chicken breasts thaw out first, let them defrost, and then throw them in the Instapot for like 15 to 20 minutes. So it takes about the same amount of time. And the temperature that I have the chicken breast on is also 400. So that's been working out. So I'm gonna do my chicken breast here. I'm gonna take them out, and then on my lunch break from work, I'm gonna stick them in the Instapot, let them just sit in there, cool down, and then I'll put those in a container as well and stick them in the fridge. And then probably what I'll do, because I'm out of spaghetti squash, well, no, because I have some cabbage that I need to cook. I'm finding that if I can find things pre-chopped, that works really well for me. I've kind of been putting off preparing the cabbage because I have to wash it and I have to chop it up. It doesn't take long, but it's just some extra steps that I really would prefer not to go through. So I think in the future, when I buy things like that, as soon as I get home from the grocery store, rather than sticking them in the fridge, I'll go ahead and cut them up, put them in a freezer bag, stick them in the fridge or in the freezer, and be done with it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up. I'm gonna take out my chicken breast, and that will be that. There we go. So we have a pretty good amount of chicken breast. I'm gonna let that thaw, and this will usually last me about
let me see, this amount will probably last me about 3 to 4 days. And I try to get anywhere from 6 to 8 ounces of chicken breasts when I use them with my meal.
All right, y'all, we are a half hour into our workday, and basically what I'm doing now is some data entry stuff. We're going to be scheduling some demos. Oh, did I get that? We're going to be scheduling a few demos with some vendors, and I need to make sure that everybody who is going to be participating is included. So I'm trying to get that together. And then I'll have to do a little bit of analysis work, but not much. Not much on that. And then I gotta start building out the roadmap for my team, taking some of the things that I gathered when we were doing our SWOT analysis, because I have to turn in a 90-day plan to try and implement some of the things that were called out. So we want to exploit our strengths and our opportunities, and then we want to try and beef up on our weaknesses, and we really didn't have any threats. So mostly some of the weaknesses that we identified. So that's what I'll be working on today. And I love doing stuff like that, you know, problem solving, developing strategy and all that. I'm totally here for it. That's one of the things I really love about my job. So I don't know what that is. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off for now, because I know me, whenever I'm doing something with documentation, y'all, I like to zone out. Sometimes I'll listen to music, sometimes I won't, but most of the time I do have the TV going in the background, but I don't want to multitask when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, all right, I will check back in with y'all around lunchtime.
Hello and good morning, friends. It's Wednesday. And y'all know how I like to start the day. I'm gonna go ahead and get my breakfast going. I got up this morning. I slept in, actually. I got out of bed probably closer to 6 o'clock. And I don't feel bad about it. I didn't work out. I haven't been working out. I was gonna try and do cardio all this week, but I decided I'm gonna just rest, let my hand finish healing. And I think I'll probably get back in the gym on Friday or Saturday, because I really do miss it. I miss it a lot. But this morning I removed the Band-Aid again, and y'all, it's amazing how big of a difference a day makes. So I was surprised at how well my finger has been healing, and yesterday it looked puffy. If y'all saw the video from Tuesday, today it almost looks seamless. And I'm like, you know what? The human body is so amazing. And I know for different people, if you have certain ailments, like if you're diabetic, you may be slow to heal. My understanding is that if you have some form of cancer, that it takes longer for you to heal. Some forms of cancer, you may take longer to heal. But to me, seeing how quickly this wound is healing, it kind of puts me in the mindset of, well, I'm taking pretty good care of my body, so I want to continue in that way and look for more ways to enhance and improve my health and my lifestyle. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think I could probably start going without the Band-Aid by Saturday or Sunday. It's still kind of sore, and I want to keep it covered just so that it can finish kind of, you know, pulling itself back together. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how quickly I'm starting to heal. So that's awesome. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast, and I will check back in. Hey, y'all. It's Thursday, and I'm checking in. Already took care of my normal morning stuff with the exception of working out. And I have just been feeding my mind, my spirit, my soul, everything with all things Black excellence. And I know some people don't like that term. They feel like it's kind of, oh gosh, what is the word? They kind of feel like it's a, like it's, the word is right on the tip of my tongue, oppressive, right? They feel like it's an oppressive term, but I love it. I'm here for it, as long as it's done in a healthy, positive way. Anyway, so I have been tuning into this channel called Black Excellence or Black Excellist. I'll leave a link to it down in the description box. And I love it. I don't know if there are any other channels on YouTube like it, but it really is feeding my, like I said, my mind, my spirit, my soul, everything. I'm just so excited and inspired, and just, it really helped lift me up today. Sorry. I don't know that I was feeling down or low, but I know that I'm definitely, like, my vibrations have been lifted a little higher this morning as a result of that. So I have it going right now. I'm watching the one about Dion Cole. And let me tell y'all, I don't know if he's underrated. I don't feel like I hear his name that much in comparison to other comedians, but he's good. He's good. He's one of my favorites. So I like Dion Cole, Dave Chappelle, of course. I miss Eddie Murphy. Richard Pryor. I think when Richard Pryor was out, I was a little too young to really get his humor, but I get it, you know, but I don't know if he's one of my favorite comedians. But definitely Bernie Mac. You know, I feel like I'm due for a Bernie Mac marathon, the TV show. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to watch that. I loved Wanda. I love the chemistry between the two of them, Bernie Mac and his wife, Wanda. I think her name is Keisha something. But I love the fact that she was a businesswoman and she was successful in her own right, but she also was supportive of her husband, Bernie Mac, who was successful in his own right too. And every now and then they would clash a little bit. I think I remember an episode where it seemed like she was kind of putting her job before him or something like that. But that dynamic was, I think they were a sexy couple, honestly. And I think she was a project manager too. But yeah, I'm telling y'all, imagery goes a long way. I remember I had somebody ask me, they were like, why does it matter that so-and-so was the first black this, the first black that? And it's because if you can see it, then you believe you can become it. Meaning that if you can see yourself reflected in the person who's doing a thing, then you are motivated and inspired to pursue that. If I never saw a black teacher while I was in school, I would probably not ever think to pursue becoming a teacher. And I had two black female teachers that I can remember. One, my second grade teacher, Mrs. Jensen, and then another teacher when I was in junior high school, her name was Mrs. Showers. Was I in 7th or 8th grade? I can't remember. But seeing those two black women, and I always admired teachers, but up until I saw them, the thought never crossed my mind that I could become a teacher. And for a long time, I thought I was going to become a teacher, but then somewhere along the lines, it became accountant, and I ultimately ended up becoming a project manager. Now I'm a program manager, you know. But I've always loved teaching. I've always loved planning. And so I kind of believe that where I'm going to ultimately end up is something that's a combination of the two. I don't know. I'm going to have to give myself the space to really explore that. But back to what I was saying. This Black Excellist YouTube channel is unmatched. I love it. I would say check it out. Like I said, I don't do that good with putting links down in the description box, but y'all gonna get the link to this down in the description box. I love it. So anyway, I'm gonna watch a little bit more of this, and then I'm gonna go and tidy up my kitchen because I'm probably making an excuse, but I have not cleaned my kitchen in a couple days, and I need to do something about that. I have my dishes soaking in the sink, but I haven't moved them over into the dishwasher or washed the ones that I'm going to wash by hand. So yeah, just wanted to do a real quick check-in with y'all. Thursdays are pretty busy for me at work, but I think today is looking like it's manageable. Tomorrow I'm going to get my nails done. It's been a long time. I want to get the gel nails. And then on Monday, I'm going to get my eyelashes filled because the person I was going to, I feel like she did a great job with the first full set that she did. And I was going back to get the fills religiously. You know, every 2 weeks I would go. But it seemed like her work started falling off a little bit. And then that's also the same person who did my eyebrow tinting and then the henna. Neither one of them lasted as long as she said that they would last, and I'm just really disappointed. So I thought about going back and speaking with her about it. I feel like that type of business tries to offer more services than they're actually good at. Lashes, I think they're okay because I've had my lashes done when I was in Alaska. But the eyebrow thing, they need some more practice or something. It just didn't come together for me. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna finish watching some more of these videos on Black Excellist. I'm gonna get my kitchen together. I got a pile of paperwork that I gotta take care of. I don't know if anybody else out there is like this, but I really do not like doing paperwork. It's just not, I don't love it.
Happy Friday, y'all. All right, so it is early morning and I made myself a nail appointment because my fingernails are looking so raggedy. And I was gonna do them myself. I even bought myself the nail kit and everything, but I don't feel up to it. I don't wanna do it, and plus I wanna be treated. So we are gonna head over to the nail salon, get our nails done. I'm gonna go ahead and get the gel so that they can last for a little bit. And then we'll get back to the house and hop online. I haven't eaten anything, so I think what I'm gonna do is take a protein bar, just in case if I start feeling hungry. I normally carry one in my handbag anyway. And I think I keep one in my car, but I gotta stop doing that because it's gonna start warming up. Okay, so just so y'all know, it is, last time I checked, it was about 39 degrees here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I'm wondering if the cooler temperatures run all the way through March and then it really starts warming up in April. Now I did see that we're gonna hit the 70s next week, and then it's gonna drop back down to the highs in the 50 range. So that's really interesting to me. But anyway, I wanna show y'all the fit for today. I am wearing this cute sweatshirt. It has a pug on it wearing glasses. And I got this from Ann Taylor. I used to work with a girl from Russia who absolutely loved pugs, so she would freaking lose it if she saw this. And then this is baby girl's vest. She left it here from her visit when she was visiting me around Christmas time. So I'm gonna wear that, she doesn't mind. And then got my black jeans and my Tommy Hilfiger riding boots. So I think this is a really cute combo. I'm dressed for the weather. We know how to do that, right? We know how to dress for cold weather. It's kind of going to be a lesson dressing for warmer weather though, but I'm here for it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and scoot, get out the door, and I will check in with y'all probably while I'm in the car. All right, y'all, how you doing? So we just finished getting our nails done. I absolutely love this pop of color. I hope you can see it okay. I'll show you when we get back to the apartment, but I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I think for summertime, and it's not summer, let's say spring going forward, I want to do bright colors on my nails. This color makes me feel happy. I love it. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get on the road. I couldn't get any road shots for you because I didn't have my other tripod. So, and we want to be safe. So, yeah, let's get going. I'm tempted to stop by this place called Nothing Bundt Cakes, but I have a meeting with one of my employees here in 30 minutes, so I better get on the road. All right, I'll check back in. All right, y'all, I'm back in the house and I have 30 minutes to eat, more or less. I gotta find that other tripod. That's my little road dog. I like to take that one when I'm on the road. I don't know where I put it. Huh. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and eat these. We're gonna go ahead and eat these boiled eggs, and then I'm gonna get signed in. Y'all, I am watching videos about cruises. I've never been on a cruise, and this is the Virgin cruise ship. So I'm gonna finish watching this. This video is like 2 hours long though. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do a cruise this year, but it's definitely on the list.